Hello everyone, Neil from Merch Informer here. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Before we get into today's video about how to do trademark checks and make sure that the phrases you're using are safe to use on a design that you want to put on merch, there's been some big news in the Merch by Amazon community that I want to go over. If you see here, this looks pretty familiar. It's just a screenshot of the dashboard. They have said that they are going to start going after copycats and that you have 30 days to go through your account and make sure everything is squeaky clean. So there's been a lot of talk in the Facebook groups about what is and what does not consist of being a copycat. Today I've been getting a lot of emails as well as people messaging me that Merch by Amazon is actually going through people's accounts and sending out emails about copycats. So I'll show you one of those. Let me just bring it over here to this new screen. The title of the email: Merch Compliance Takedown Notice, and in parentheses it says copycat. It says, "Dear seller, we are contacting you regarding your Merch by Amazon account and the designs you've been submitted through the Merch by Amazon portal. During our review process, we have found one or more of the designs that incorporate elements of another user's designs." They take yada yada yada. They take intellectual property very seriously. And here is the second part of that email. Now this email is going to look a little different from the shirts that you might have gotten a takedown notice on. These are going to say that t-shirts found. I've removed the name of the t-shirt because this is not my account. It's going to give you a name of the t-shirt and it says, "Please remove all designs that do not comply with the policies immediately or your account will be terminated." Click here to learn how to delete live designs. So essentially, Merch by Amazon is sending out these emails to merch creators telling them that, hey, you have a design that is a copycat. Please take it down right now or you're going to get in trouble in the future. I've had many people tell me these emails are going out today, so I would assume this is just like a mass scan sort of thing. But one thing to note, this was a text-based design. So if you have text-based designs that are very similar to other content creators on Amazon, you might want to think twice about keeping those live. So make sure you're going through your account, make sure you are taking down shirts that are even remotely, the exact same as other creators. It might not be right, but keeping your account safe is the priority here. All right, now that we have taken care of the news, it is time to move on to the majority part of this video, which is how to use the USPTO trademark search correctly. So, two phrases have definitely been brought up in the Facebook groups, and I've gotten some messages about it. So I'm just going to head over here to the product search in Merch Informer real quick and type the first one, which is Mama Bear. I've heard a lot about this phrase. People are unsure if it's trademarked. I've heard people say that it is trademarked, it shouldn't be used, but that there's pages and pages of these shirts on Amazon. So we'll just wait here for the search to finish up. If you scroll down, the first thing you're going to notice is that these are priced pretty decently and they are selling. They are selling very well. 131 sales a month, 131 sales a month, 90 sales a month. I mean, these are simple designs, right? So you might be thinking, oh, I heard in the Facebook groups this is trademarked. I shouldn't go after it. Those people are, I'm not a lawyer. I just want to say that straight off the bat, but I'm pretty sure they're wrong. So you head over to the USPTO website. You're going to search trademark database. You can just Google USPTO trademark search. Click on the first result. This will pop up. You want to scroll down here to the Trademark Electronic Search System, or TESS. This is going to allow you to look through the different trademarks that have been applied for, which ones are live, which ones have a serial and registration number. And the first thing you see is this page here where you want to click Basic Wordmark Search, because it's going to be a word mark that you may or may not be able to use. So you just have a little search bar here. You're going to type in Mama Bear, hit go. It's going to bring up 43 records, right? So you're going to look at this, and someone might see that, okay, here's Mama Bear. It says it's live. Oh, better not use it, right? Wrong. You actually have to go through and look at each individual one of these. You'll see that there is a column for serial numbers and registration numbers. When you first apply for a trademark, you're going to get a serial number, and then it's going to go through a process. This process can take months and months and months. Once the process is completed and the USPTO, they say, okay, this is trademarked, this belongs to your company, then they will assign that certain mark a registration number. So if it only has a serial number and no registration number, it means it has been applied for. Even if it says live, it's been applied for, but it is not currently finished with the full process. So if you click on any number, one of these, it's going to tell you, goods and services. This particular one is for baby wipes. But again, remember, this had no registration number, so the process is not complete. What you're looking for when you do these searches is that it has a serial number and a registration number. So we're going to come down, we're going to look for Mama Bear. None of these are just long tail keywords. None of these, none of these. Here's one that's together, but we're going to skip that one for now. All right, here we go. This one says it's live. There's a space in it. It has a registration number here. We're just going to click it. And now we're going to actually look at the mark. This is a typed drawing, and you're looking for goods and services. This is live and enforceable with stuffed toys, jigsaw puzzles, toy figurines. Okay, that has nothing to do with merch. You are clearly able to use this on a shirt. Now, if you come up here, one of these might say in the goods and services, if you look through all of them, for t-shirts, okay? It might. I don't want to go through all of them. It might say that the goods and services are for t-shirts, but the process is not completed yet because it doesn't have a registration number. So you have two choices here. One, you could completely skip it and possibly miss out on all of these sales if you have a better design. Or what you can do is that you could go ahead and make your design, throw it up, and if you are worried that it might become trademarked, because remember the USPTO, or rather the people looking through these trademarks and making sure that they go through the process, they can either approve or deny the application. So hopefully it would get denied, but if it were to be approved, what you'd want to do is go back into, your shirts and take that shirt down just to make sure that your account is safe. All right, so the second phrase I want to go over, let's just head back to Merch Informer here. We'll go back to the product search. As you'll see, this is the previous search we did. Is the keyword straight outta. Now, this is very overdone. There are a lot of straight outta t-shirts out there. A lot of them look the exact same. So, we talked about the news at the beginning of this video. So if you were to use this phrase, you would want to make sure that your designs are a lot different. They don't look the same. But just doing a quick search here for straight outta, we come down here, straight outta kindergarten. Okay, the shirt is priced pretty low, but look at the BSR, 6,000. Okay, this guy is selling hundreds of this design every month. Straight out of pre-K, straight out of high school. All of these straight outta shirts they sell well if you can get traction on them. So you might be looking at these shirts through Merch Informer and saying, well, you know what? I've heard in the Facebook groups, I've heard from my friend that this is trademarked. I even read the other day that people just think it's trademarked without looking it up. What you want to do is head back over to the USPTO website. We're back at the test system, the trademark electronic search system, and just type in straight outta. This isn't rocket science. It goes pretty quick. There's 37 records. Okay, so what you're looking for again is that something has a serial number and a registration number. And the ones that do, you want to look through and make sure that those are not registered for clothing, because if they are, then the mark is live for clothing and you should avoid it. Now, just going through this list, no registration number. Here's one that's, straight out of the country, not relevant. Straight out of sin, well, that might be relevant. It's live. This is for, see here, this is for shirts. This is a perfect example. Do not make a shirt that says straight out of sin, because this is a live mark for shirts. And as you can see, it does have a registration number as well. But just the keyword straight outta, there is not a single one here that is showing live, has a registration number and a serial number in the t-shirt category. So for that reason, you can make as many straight outta shirts as you want. Just make sure they are different looking than everyone else on Amazon. Now, if you have hundreds of shirts up and you want to make sure that, someone doesn't come in here and trademark that specific phrase down the line, I have over 1,000 shirts live. It's hard to keep track. Just head over here to the trademark alerts, type in straight outta. Want to add it, it'll add it real quick. Now, the first time you are adding phrases to this module, you want to hit check trademarks. It's very quick. You'll scroll down here, bam. It says this is safe to use because we pull these directly from the USPTO website. Check back here once a day because we will run this search once a day automatically. The only reason you had to hit check trademarks first is because if you're adding a phrase, we might have already run the search for that day, and we want to make sure that you stay up to date. So once a day, come through here, you'll see that this is still safe. You are free to make any number of designs you want with that phrase. Just going back to what we said at the beginning of this video, make sure that when you are creating different designs, they look different than this typical straight outta format, because you just want to make sure you keep your account safe. But we all want to go after the big niches that are going to make us, big money. So just make sure that you are using the USPTO website. It's super simple. You're looking for 3 things. Just to recap, you're looking at the word mark is the same that you want to put on your shirt. It has a serial number and registration number, and that the mark is live. When you click on the actual word mark, you want to make sure that that live mark is in clothing. If it's not, then you can use it for clothing. If it is, forget about it, move on, do something else. But just make sure that you're searching all the different phrases you use through the United States Patent and Trademark Office to make sure you're safe. All right, that is it for today, and I will catch you guys on the other side. Thanks.